Good morning and welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I am Razzle and you can find me on X at Razzle11Grinds. Going to take a look at some pitching for today, the 4th of June. It is Wednesday. We do have a ugly 3-game slate and then a 10-gamer this evening. Weather station hasn't been updated yet, so don't really have a lot of weather to talk about. Reminder, this is a first look at pitching options, and I will be utilizing DraftKings, as that is where a majority of my action is. If you do play in FanDuel, I would cut my main slate pool in half or so. Pricing isn't quite as tight. You don't have to be as creative. Allows you to get the stacks you want with an upper tier-ish pitcher. Now, with all that said and done, looking at this early slate, it's kind of gross. What are we going to do? There isn't anything from a prop standpoint that stands out. Just mediocre. I think Andrew Abbott's probably the top play. One run or fewer allowed in every start in May. Is that 6 starts? 1 run or fewer. 1 run or fewer in 8 of his 9 starts. Phenomenal to begin the season. Saw a hiccup with some walks at one point, but it's toned him down. Obviously, no, Milwaukee can be dangerous. This ballpark can be dangerous, but still, Andrew Abbott, probably the best option on the slate. I don't really think there's a whole lot to say about the slate other than to give kind of an overview, because I do think we're going to consider every pitcher for this 3-gamer. And we are going to be considering DL Hall as an opener, even though his opener is more of a 3-inning number. So, I'm not sure. If this slate had some better pitching, was a little bigger, we obviously wouldn't be considering an opener here, just because he's not eligible to get the W, but there is a world in where he's the second highest scoring pitcher. I think it's somewhat rare. I'm talking about just a sprinkle of DL Hall, but it is possible that he could be that second highest scoring pitcher on the slate. I just don't really expect him to follow up this performance here, where he put up 14 in 3 innings, with the same type of performance. But the best way to attack Cincinnati for much of this year has been with left-handed pitching. So, to me, I think we just have to consider him. It's gross, but you kind of need some chaos in the other games, which we can really get. Soriano, Giolito, this game, strong total. I think it's a total of 10. Priester could get hit around a little bit in following DL Hall, and then do we really ever want to go super heavy on Quantrill and Freeland is the big question. I mean, each guy's capable. It's just, are they much more likely to put up, 14 than DL Hall? I'm not really sure they are. Quantrill intrigues me probably the most as an SP2. And then Giolito, maybe the third most, just because he probably has the second highest K upside on this slate, just because the Angels strike out so much. So there we kind of have an overview of this slate. It's not great, not attractive, etc., but thought we'd talk about it. Let's jump over to the main slate here. Scroll down to get a look at some of these K props. Things that stand out, we got Chris Sale, 6.5 juiced over. Pretty strong number here. Jose Barrios at 4.5, but juiced over. Interesting, but I don't think we're using him against the Phillies. Merrill Kelly at 5.5, but the juice to the under. But still, Merrill Kelly, I think at home has been pretty solid. My boy Noah Cameron, just don't think we can really rely on him against the Cardinals. at least for strikeouts. Cade Povich is strong K prop at 5.5, but still, he's not somebody we love to use. Pavetta 6.5, but juiced under, but in a great ballpark, which to me I think is pretty important to pay attention to here, just because we don't have super top tier options. Matthews 5.5, juiced over. That one's going to stand out to me. The A's struggling a lot right now, so that's an intriguing number. Shane Baz 4.5, juiced over. I like the upside on him for more, just off the top of my head. But let's take a look at the slate a little bit more. Cleveland, New York. Clark Schmidt, certainly viable. Coming off a really strong start, but he may not be a guy that we have to play, to be honest. Struggled against Cleveland the first time he faced them. Racked up strikeouts in that one, but struggled. He hasn't been at his best when at home. He just doesn't have a W when pitching at home, which probably should change at some point. Luis Ortiz, capable of striking guys out, but I don't really think we want to trust him against the Yankees. Walk issues, definitely a big thing. Big whip number. He's been atrocious on the road as well. The Yankees got to him. 10 base runners in 4 1/3. First time he faced him, just no thank you. Philly, Toronto, I don't think we're going to get to either pitcher. Mick Abel looked elite and every bit of a top prospect in his debut. Gets the call up, and from rumor is that he is probably going to be in the rotation for the foreseeable future, with Taijuan Walker moving to the bullpen, etc. I think he's certainly in play. I haven't looked at what his numbers were after he got sent down, but Toronto's just not the greatest of matchups. They generally aren't striking out enough. On the season overall, they're just not a super dangerous offense, but I think over the last few weeks they've picked it up some. Chris Sale, Merrill Kelly, definitely two pitchers we're going to go with here. I do like left-handed pitching against Arizona generally, at least better than right-handed pitching. But Sale certainly has the elite upside. Was strong against Arizona the first time he faced them. Pitching at home, hasn't picked up a win at home yet, which is a little annoying. Home run rate's a little higher at home, but strikeout rate, I believe, slightly better, or roughly the same, I guess. But Chris Sale, obviously in play because of the upside. Merrill Kelly gave up 2 solo home runs to Atlanta the first time he faced him, but was pretty solid outside of that. Like I mentioned, he does have better numbers at home, but on the road he hasn't been horrendous. Kind of a little unlucky, high ERA number when compared to the whip and even the average against, but I think Kelly's certainly viable. I'm just not excited to utilize him. Texas Tampa Bay, obviously I want to pay attention to the Tampa Bay weather. Shane Baz, strikeout numbers are up when at home, but walks, etc. are up as well. Home run rate is actually lower at home, which is kind of shocking. But he's certainly capable of strong performances. Strikeouts really haven't been there recently. There's been some walks. It's really just the idea of picking on Texas's lineup. I may end up not on Baz. DK has some rain in the future, so maybe they have more rain issues similar to last night. Gibson Long, I thought we were talking about him starting yesterday, but oh yeah, they moved him back and did the opener and all that. Certainly viable, but I just don't think he's going to pitch deep enough. He threw 53 pitches in his last outing. I would guess he's probably topped out around 70. Is that long enough to go against the White Sox? Potentially, because it is the White Sox. It looks like the White Sox are going to go with an opener, but probably going to end up passing on pitching in this game unless something stands out mightily from weather, etc. Kansas City, St. Louis. I'm just never playing Miles Mikolas. I don't care. I will pass. Noah Cameron, coming off of a start run, only picked up 2 strikeouts against Cincinnati. A little worrisome. Maybe that 8K performance against Minnesota is an outlier at this point, but I liked his minor league numbers. He's done nothing but show that he is a strong starting pitcher at the major league level. Maybe we consider him, but I just don't like pitching against St. Louis. I guess left-handed pitching, if anything, is probably better to take against them, but still, don't really love their K upside for a pitcher. Hancock and Povich. Hancock, generally just a guy I don't play. I know Baltimore has struggled, but I don't really think that Hancock offers us a ton of upside. So I think it's pretty easy to pass on him. He's been absolutely atrocious when pitching at home so far this season. As you can tell from these numbers, a whip of over 2, ERA approaching 10. Just nobody we need to rely on, I don't believe. Cade Povich, flashing some strikeout upside, which is intriguing. I will be honest, the K upside is interesting. The fact that he's around 100 pitches per start right now, another interesting thing. Walk issues are a painful thing as well, though. He has been at his best when on the road, so maybe we sneak him in, but the idea of relying on Cade Povich against Cal Raleigh and Julio just are not exciting right now. San Diego, San Francisco, Pivetta, definitely going to be one of the guys that I want to utilize. Had some struggles against them the first time I faced them, but still struck out 9. Pitching on the road hasn't been his best, but 2 earned runs or less in 4 of his last 5 starts. Like a lot of other pitchers this season, random games with walks just show up, but the strikeouts are there, the upside's there. He's going to be one of my favorite pitchers just because of this ballpark. Kyle Harrison, probably going to be in play because of this ballpark. I will be honest. 2 starts so far. 9 innings, 2 earned, 9 strikeouts. Decent numbers. Getting stretched out a little bit, but don't love the fact that San Diego doesn't strike out a ton. But this ballpark and this slate, Harrison might be in play for us. Definitely Pivetta, but maybe Harrison. Zebby Matthews definitely going to be in play for me. The upside's there. Strikeout upside against a struggling team. I will take my shots with it. Home runs can happen in this ballpark for sure, but I'm very interested in Zebby Matthews and the upside that he brings. Sean Newcomb had a couple decent performances with the Red Sox earlier this season, so I was kind of shocked that they DFA'd him and then trade him. I don't really know how stretched out he would be. He did just pitch 2 days ago, 26 pitches. It might be we'll have to pay attention. Could be an opener for Beto, who DK thought was going to be the long man yesterday, which I didn't really think was the situation. But if Newcomb is going to start traditionally, then maybe he can be considered. Mets-Dodgers last game. Canning struggled against the Dodgers first time he faced them. His overall numbers on the road haven't been great, but he's limited damage other than the 5 home runs allowed. I'm just not going to Griffin Canning in the spot. Tony Gonsolin, I don't think I want to go to Gonsolin either. The Mets got to him first time we faced him as well. So home runs, 6 of them in the last 3 starts. So there we have it. There's our first look at pitching. If you enjoy what I bring to you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. Get the alert anytime we drop videos here at DFS Army. If you want to join us, get access to our coaches, tools, sheets, Discord, etc. I'll put links in the description below. You can use promo code RAZ, that's R-A-Z, for 10% off monthly. And as always, best of luck, everybody.